matter then be destroyed or not? The Savior said, all natures, all forms, all creatures exist in and with one another, and they will be resolved into their own roots. For the nature of matter is released into the roots of its nature. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Peter said to him, since you have explained everything to us, tell us one other thing. What is the sin of the world? The Savior said, there is no sin, but it is you who make sin when you do the things that are like the nature of corruption, which is called sin. That is why the good came into your midst, coming to the good which belongs to every nature, in order to restore it to its root. Then he continued. He said, this is why you become sick and die, for you love what deceives you. One who understands, let him understand. Attachment to matter gives rise to passion against nature. Then there arises a disturbance in the whole body. This is why I tell you, be in harmony. If you are out of balance, take inspiration from manifestations of your true nature. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. When the Blessed One had said these things, he greeted them all, saying, peace be with you. Bear peace within yourselves. Beware that no one lead you astray, saying, look over here or look over there, for the child of humanity is within you. Follow it. Those who seek it will find it. Go then and proclaim the good news of the realm. Do not lay down any rules beyond what I determined for you, nor give a law like the lawgiver, lest you be confined by it. When he had said this, he departed. But they were pained. How shall we go to the nations and proclaim the good news of the child of humanity? If they did not spare him, how will they spare us? Then Mary stood up. She greeted them all and said to her brothers and sisters, do not weep and be pained, nor doubt, for all his grace will be with you and shelter you. But rather, let us praise his greatness, for he has prepared us and made us humans. When Mary said this, she turned their hearts to the good, and they began to discuss the words of the Savior. Peter said to Mary, sister, we know that the Savior loved you more than the rest of women. Tell us the words of the Savior which you remember, which you know and we do not, nor have we heard them. Mary answered and said, what is hidden from you, I will tell you. And she began to say to them these words. She said, I saw the Lord in a vision, and I said to him, Lord, I saw you today in a vision. He answered and said to me, blessed are you that you did not waver at seeing me, for where the mind is, there is the treasure. I said to him, Lord, now, does one who sees the vision see it with the soul or with the spirit? The Savior answered and said, one does not see with the soul or with the spirit, but with the nous or higher mind, which is between the two, it sees a vision. And Desire said, I did not see you go down, but now I see you go up. Why do you lie, since you belong to me? The Soul answered and said, I saw you. You did not see me or know me. I lived as a garment, and you did not know me. When the Soul had said this, it went away rejoicing greatly. Again, the Soul came to the third power, which is called ignorance. It closely examined the Soul, saying, Where are you going? You are dominated by wicked inclinations. Indeed, you lack discrimination, and you are enslaved. And the Soul said, Why do you judge me, since I have not judged? I was ruled, though I have not ruled. I was not known, but I have known that all things are being released, both those belonging to earth and those belonging to heaven. When the Soul had left the third power desolate, it went upward and saw the fourth power. It had 7 forms. The first form is darkness, the second desire, the third ignorance, the fourth eagerness for death, the fifth is a realm of the flesh, the sixth is a foolish wisdom of the flesh, the seventh is wrathful wisdom. These are the 7 powers of wrath. They oppressed the Soul with questions. Where do you come from, murderer? And where are you going, vagabond? The Soul answered and said, What rules me has been slain, and what turns me has been destroyed, and my desire has been filled, and ignorance has died. In a world I was released from a world, and in a mold from a higher mold, and from the chain of forgetfulness which is temporal. From this hour on, at the time of the season of the generations, I will rest in silence. After Mary said this, she was silent, since it was to this point that the Savior had spoken with her. But Andrew responded and said to the brothers and sisters, Say what you will about what she has said. I do not believe that the Savior said this, for certainly these teachings are strange ideas. Peter responded and spoke concerning these same things. He questioned them about the Savior. Did he really speak with a woman without our knowing about it? Are we to turn around and all listen to her? Did he choose her over us? Then Mary wept and said to Peter, My brother Peter, what are you thinking? Do you think that I have thought this up myself in my heart? Or that I am telling lies about the Savior? Levi responded and said to Peter, Peter, you have always been an angry person. Now I see you contending against the woman like the adversaries. But if the Savior made her worthy, who are you then to reject her? Surely the Savior's knowledge of her is trustworthy. That is why he loved her more than us. Rather, let us be ashamed. We should clothe ourselves with a perfect human, acquire it for ourselves as he commanded us, and proclaim the good news, not laying down any rule or other law beyond what the Savior said. After he said these things, they started going out to teach and proclaim the good news according to Mary.